So I mean, that was a crazy start to the 2025 AFL final series. I mean, Mac Andrew and the Gold Coast Suns, David Swallow. I'm sure some of you guys saw my reaction on the little short I posted on the channel, but what a crazy game that was. What a crazy finish. Like, I was freaking jumping up, doing backflips and squealing like a freaking Japanese schoolgirl in some random anime on Netflix. That shit was genuinely crazy. But we've got another really good round of footy to go on here, with Adelaide taking on Hawthorn and Brisbane taking on the Gold Coast Suns. Again, I just want to preface before I do get into it and start it again. As some of you guys know, about a month ago, I did have a pretty big throat infection, so I was often voice cracking and sound like I was going through puberty again on the channel. I don't know how, but like, I thought I had, a 3-1 lead against the throat infection, but the throat infection decided to turn into 2016 LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers and come back from 3-1 and win in 7, because that motherfucker is back, and he's back for vengeance. My throat feels like there's something trying to freaking come out of it. So, like the Alien movies, if that shit happened while filming this, please don't post it on Instagram Reels. But yeah, I just thought I'd fuck. I just thought I would start the video off by saying that, because if I do voice crack in this video, don't clip it. I'm not going through puberty again. It's just, I don't know why. Sucking too much doodle. That's why some people think I keep getting these throat infections. We don't really know what it is, but we'll start off with the first game. We got Adelaide versus Hawthorn at the Adelaide Oval, which is, I mean, insane what happened with Adelaide. I don't know why, but like, I kind of predicted it in real life. I didn't actually talk about it on camera. With my tips and predictions, I did actually tip Adelaide, but as the day started to go on, I kind of realized, hold on, they've got 19 players who have never played finals before, going up against a team who have the game plan that's absolutely built for it, and a team that's won a premiership, and pretty much everyone who played had played in multiple finals. So I kind of had a little inkling that Adelaide were going to shit themselves, and unfortunately they did go on and shit themselves. Wasn't a pretty game for them, but luckily they had such a great season where they finished first, where now they'll actually have a double chance. The issue is they're playing on Hawthorn, which I think kind of fit in the same umbrella, where they have a team that is absolutely built for finals, and you saw how much their team kind of improved when they of course dropped Mitch Lewis and went much faster. I do kind of fear for Adelaide here, because it was only the final series, I think, last year where they beat Port Adelaide off in Adelaide Oval in a really hostile Port Adelaide crowd. I genuinely think there is a massive chance that they can do that again, and there's realistically nothing stopping them from doing that. Like, they had a great week last week against GWS. They were up by, I think, 30 plus points at one stage, and GWS just kind of kept, crawling into their life and decided to make their life kind of pain. And GWS, I think, were only down by a couple. They might have even been up by a couple points at one stage. Hawks managed to get the win. But God, some of Hawthorn's players played really well. Their backline looked really good. I think Josh Battle watched the video I made of me criticising him on being an All-Australian, because he actually had a lot of moments in that where he was flat out phenomenal. So I do kind of fear the worst here for Adelaide, where I feel like there is technically nothing stopping Hawthorn from actually winning this game, and the pressure that they have is pretty good. And I think now they've gone smaller, I mean, I actually think I'm going to be tipping the underdog here. I think I'm going to be tipping Hawthorn to potentially get the win here. I think that's what is going to potentially happen. I don't know why, but something's telling me that Adelaide could be going out in straight sets. But when it does come to the other game, Brisbane versus Gold Coast, I'm looking at it right now, and Brisbane are $1.48 favourite to Gold Coast $2.67. And I think that's kind of bullshit. Because I feel like Brisbane are in a really weird situation as well, where they have a ton of injuries. Lockie Neal is now out for the whole entire final series. He won't be coming back. A ton of other guys are injured for them. And I'm watching guys like Sam Day play, who couldn't get a game at Gold Coast last year. Then you got Ty Gallop playing, who looks like he's still a couple years off and needs a lot of development. You got Marshall playing, who I think was the sub, who looks like he needs some time as well to develop. And a couple other guys here and there for Brisbane where I'm like, I don't know if these guys should really be playing. And you can kind of tell not only are they hurt by injuries, but they're really looking for a good free agency and draft to bring in some of the players, like an Oscar Allen to replace a Sam Day. Because, they absolutely need, I think, some help in certain areas just due to the fact of the injuries and the unforeseen retirement of Joe Danaher. I don't know. I feel like Gold Coast have an insanely fit team, came off a crazy win. They'll be insanely confident. And I think they previously beat a injured Brisbane team only 6 rounds ago and beat them quite comfortably. Granted, that was of course at their home ground. But something's telling me there shouldn't be a reason where Gold Coast should be losing this game. But Brisbane have some excuses. They have 897 different injuries. They're actually going to go into this game really young. I think there's going to be another player that's going to come in to replace Lockie Neal, who will be a young guy, I'm going to assume. But Gold Coast look ready now, and I think they actually are going to get the win, which is insane to kind of say out loud, but I'm actually going to be backing, I think, both of the underdogs in here to make it happen. I think the Gold Coast Suns make a lot of sense and could very well get the win. While I think the Hawthorn Football Club, I think they also could get the win against Adelaide here. So I'm going to be tipping both of the away teams. I don't know what is bringing me to do this. Like, I had a good week last week. Again, in real life, I didn't talk about it on camera, but I changed my tip to Collingwood because I thought they were going to shit themselves. Technically, I got all 4 tips right last week. But if we're talking about what I got right in my tips, it wasn't Collingwood, because I backed in Adelaide and I didn't really take into the account the shit themselves factor. And that could happen to Gold Coast. Like, that could honestly happen with Gold Coast, where they could shit themselves just because they're so inexperienced and don't have much finals on their team. Like, everyone has basically just played one final now, except like Dan Rioli and John Noble, who might be the only 2. So I really don't know, but something is telling me they're going to beat Brisbane here just because of how unmanned Brisbane are and have a lot of injuries and might not be ready to go. Again, I'm very interested to hear how you guys think about this game down below. What are your thoughts and opinions? Are you locking in the Brisbane Lions or the Gold Coast Suns or the other game? Are you locking in Adelaide or Hawthorn? Again, I very much like to know your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. Subscribe to the channel for all latest AFL content and AFL news. My gaming/movie channel, which will be linked down below. Go check that out. And go give me a follow on Instagram if you haven't already as well, which will be linked down below. But yeah, as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.